So I've had some time. It's been about a week since my crying fest. There's a few tears here and there this week, not gonna lie. It's been kind of an up and down week. But I was just reflecting on the past week and sharing myself with all of you and the support I've received. I'm just really grateful to each of you for your kind words and your support and your love. It definitely helps. The other day, someone made a comment about my video that, I don't know, something about me shitting garbage, whatever. Not a real pretty visual. But I was thinking this morning about what I've learned in the last week and what I've gone through and that comment and just kind of what's been going on with me. And the other night, Claire and I were sitting there watching TV Wednesday night. This was after this comment was made about me shitting garbage. And I had to go to the bathroom, so I got up and went into the master bath. And when I got to the toilet and sat down, probably more than you guys want to know about me, there was water on the ground. And like when you step in water around your toilet, it just kind of like takes you to a different place. Like, what in the world? The lights were off, so I couldn't see anything, so I turned the light on. There's like water all over the floor. I get up, there's water in the shower, there's water in the closet. We start running around the house. There's water in the guest bathroom, in the bathtub, and the sink in the kitchen is gurgling, and we're like, oh my God, what is going on? So after a while of running around and trying to figure it out, we eventually figured out like the master toilet is clogged somewhere in there. So we turned the water off and the madness stopped. And so we slept on it. So the stuff that was coming out of our bathtubs and gurgling everywhere was like sewage, which is really disgusting, really disgusting. And so anyway, we go to sleep that night. Next day, the plumber shows up, comes, does his thing, cleans out the pipes, whatever, and we go to get ready for work. And I'm in the kitchen and Claire's in the master bathroom, and suddenly I hear a scream. And we forgot to check the master bathtub because it's kind of over to the side. And she says, there's shit everywhere! It wasn't in the other places, so for whatever reason, it traveled to the master bath, and she was laughing so hard and so upset and so disgusted, and it just kind of broke up the monotony in a very odd way. It's just really interesting that it came after that comment. And so anyway, the shit got cleaned up. I'm not gonna lie about that either. Somebody had to do it, wasn't me. Because I'm a wimp. I'm a total wimp when it comes to that stuff. But anyway, so that happens, and then I end up spending the day yesterday with a really good friend of mine, and it was just really fun. Lots of laughs, lots of good conversations, and today I just woke up just in a totally different space. But I understand now the value of just giving yourself that time and space so that you can laugh again at the shit in your bathtub, literally. But it made me think a lot more about this conversation we're having as a country about our real problems, because we do have real problems, and how to move forward. And that's still kind of a question for me. Something is definitely bubbling up, and I'm going to be doing something different with my life. There's no doubt about it, because I'm feeling more purpose and passion and wanting to serve more in the world in different ways. But I was thinking back to when I came out of the closet and how hard that was and how hard that transition was for me. But I particularly remember this one time when I was sitting in the chapel on campus at Mississippi State. And a preacher and his wife were sitting down and they were preaching to me. They just found out I was gay, and they were outlining every verse in the Bible about why it was wrong and preaching to me about how I was going to go to hell. And it was kind of going in and out between my ears because the rejection in that moment for people that are loved and respected was extremely hard to process. And after they were done preaching to me, they asked me a simple question: are you still in a relationship with a woman? And in that moment, I just wanted to protect myself. I wanted to, it still brings up emotion for me. I wanted to just get away. And I lied. I said, no, I'm not. And then they decided that was the end of the conversation. They had done their job. And we went about our separate ways. But, you know, I think back to that. And I think, what was more painful for me in that moment? Was it being rejected, being told to be something I'm not? Was it someone else trying to change me, not seeing me anymore? What was more painful, that? Or was it the lie? Was it me not being true to who I am? And what's more painful for me is that moment when I lied. Even though I was trying to protect myself from future lectures, that lie was more painful going forward because it became easier for me to lie after that about who I was. When I moved away from Mississippi, it was easier to avoid that question: who's your boyfriend? Who's your husband? Are you married? What do they do? Just skated around it for so long. And I think that's what's going on in our country right now, is we're being forced to be authentic, to be true to who we really are, beyond our labels, beyond our political parties, beyond our sexual orientation, beyond our race, beyond our, what we were raised to believe. We're all having to sit back and question those things. And that's a really difficult process, because when you know the answers deep down, and you go out into the world and you're challenged by people, you don't always choose what's right for you. You don't always say the things that you know are going to express who you really are. And that's really a painful thing, when you're not able to be true to what you know is right and to what you believe. And I think that's the challenge we're facing. That's what we're going through. It's like this energetic shift of becoming more of who we want to be. And it's going to cause divisiveness, because it's the nature of what we're going through. But at some point, I truly believe that there's going to be greater love in the world, and greater kindness, greater understanding, greater compassion. We're all going to start to come together at some point. And, I'm not quite there yet myself. I'm definitely further along to be able to laugh at our plumbing issue and the relevancy of that comment that day. I mean, that's pretty darn funny. It's funny. It's really funny. But yeah, I think we all just need to allow ourselves plenty of time to process and to really think about who we want to be in the world. And I'm very aware of who I want to be, and I'm still striving towards that. And it's going to require me to take better care of myself, and pray more, and meditate more, and journal more, and reflect more, and get in touch with the part of me that we all have in common, and that's our spirits. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of share with you where I'm at now, and share some laughter with you, and not as many tears, but also just send my best out to all of you and everyone. So I really think we're going to be okay.